How's it going, everyone? I was asked to do a Warden tutorial on how to use them. I'm not sure if the person's just starting the game or if they haven't used them yet, so I'm just going to cover roughly everything that I know so far. I'm not a professional Warden by any means, but I can at least say what I know so far. You got your basic combos, the 2 heavy, or the 1 light, then heavy, or 2 lights and a heavy. Now obviously you don't normally want to throw those out because you'll probably get parried, but the reason I didn't do it to the left or the right is because if you throw a light attack and then you immediately hit again, it does the same thing as Orochi, his top light attacks, where it'll give you 2. Now any light attack you hit can be turned into a shoulder bash, but we'll get into that in a sec. Now next up is the zone attack, which it does come out quick, but if it's blocked, they're guaranteed a guard break on you, so use it cautiously. If you're going to use it, you probably want to use it in some form of a flicker, like this. But once again, if you're just walking at an opponent, left side, they might assume that you're going to try and do it. So try and mix it up a bit when you're going to do it. I mean, top heavy, most people aren't going to expect you just to throw a top heavy. They're going to parry it, and they know that you aren't stupid most of the time, so I really wouldn't. I'm not sure which one you would prefer to do. Left is probably the safest, but as you combo or do whatever, you know, make sure to get it in to different ones. That way they are at least guessing. Most people expect you to feint your top heavy though, so that is worth being said. Alright, into the vortex and so on with this. Like I said, any light attack goes into the shoulder bash. Now, you're obviously going to want your side ones, because that's going to be 2 hits, go in, 2 hits, and then you can keep this going until you run out of stamina. But here's the thing. If they're matching your guard, for instance, if they're matching this side, I'm not sure if this works for every character, if it's just for some, but when you hit this and you go into this and go for the next one, they'll actually block it. You will not get the next 2. So what you're going to want to do is hit them, switch sides, and then just keep switching back and forth, but eventually they will probably catch on to what you're doing and block it. But in addition to this, you can cancel it into a guard break. So instead of doing this, you'll just guard break. So you just hit X after you initiate it to guard break. It's not too hard, not too sophisticated. And this is good if, you know, you're going in like this, you're constantly hitting them, and then they try and dodge out. You can grab them as they try and dodge out. So that is one good thing that you can use it for. Alright. Now, the other thing that you could obviously do is cancel it. Now, they did patch it to where you have to cancel it in the first part, because his shoulder charge does charge up. You can only do it in the first stages now. So, I mean, it's not too bad, but technically you can't have as much as you used to. Alright. Anyway, as we're still on the topic of the shoulder bash, if you get a fully charged one and you do a top heavy fast enough, it's guaranteed. So you need to do it immediately after you hit, and they'll still be in the frames for it. They'll still be in recovery, so you should be guaranteed the heavy. Obviously, if you want to make this a little easier, you can hit them up against a wall. Any wall you throw them up to will be a guaranteed top heavy. If you get them up against a wall and bounce them off, I recommend get your top heavy and then go into something else. Feint the second attack. So what I would normally do is feint into that, try and get a guard break, possibly throw them up against a wall again, or at least get a hit. Alright, moving on to that. Next up is the crush and counter strike. You can parry any direction, same as normal, but if they attack from the top and you hit to light attack instead of heavy attack for the parry, same timing as a parry, but this time you're going to hit light attack instead. It'll do the crush and counter strike, which does the same amount of damage as a top heavy. So obviously you're going to want to do it. The timing does take a little bit to get used to because of the light attack, you know. It feels like it should come out faster, but trust me, it's the same timing. It's not too hard to get. Now, you can do a shoulder bash afterward because it does consider it a light. So as soon as you do it, you could go in to your, you know, your vortex, which is extremely powerful. Oftentimes, you're not going to see someone just throw out a top heavy against a Warden because that's suicide against the crushing counter strike. Alright, moving on to the guard break. So obviously you got your usual stuff, hit here, either switch sides, hit again. Obviously you could go left, top, anything you want with that. Going top is probably the way to go because it has a couple more mix-ups that you can do. But you can go any direction. And the reason I say that you should go top is because I could do this as well, and then wait for a crushing counter strike if they try and parry that top one. Or I can go into this and then get a quick hit, go into bash. Or the one that really catches them off guard is if you go here, go top, feint, and then hit them with the zone attack. It does drain quite a bit of stamina, but a lot of people don't see it coming, so it's pretty good damage if they don't see it. But once again, it's unsafe. If they block it, you're going to get guard broken. So be cautious when using that. I believe that's about it for all you would need to know. Any light attack parry you get guarantees a top heavy, but that's the normal kind of stuff. So if you're going up against Nobushi and you parry them, obviously don't try to guard break, just do a top heavy. Trust me, I mess that up every single time because I always forget. But if you're better than me, obviously don't mess that up. Other than that, I might have missed something. I mean, I'm not quite thinking of everything right now. If you watch this and you know I missed something, please let me know down below. And make sure if you're trying to learn, check the comments. Other thing, if you're trying to dodge, for instance, if someone's going to throw out a heavy and you don't feel comfortable parrying or whatever, if you're a new character, new player, anything like that, or if someone's just spamming the light attacks, you could dodge the side with Warden. It goes any direction, same as the Lawbringer, so that's a bit safer to do, and you can cancel it in any direction. It's pretty versatile. Alright, well that's about it. Make sure to check the comments in case anyone else has something better to add that I completely forgot. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you then.